Thing in here, welcome to User News. Here's my budget Dark Fiend Revival deck. So let's start out with like the big boss creatures. Here we got Gores, sorry. He doesn't need much explaining, but he does play a bigger role in this deck than just being Gores. I actually try to revive him a lot because he's the strongest monster technically in the deck in terms of attack power. And he's a Fiend Dark. He works with the whole thing. Alright, next is Dark Necrofear. If Dark Necrofear's 2,200 attack points isn't strong enough to actually end the game, and I can always play some defense mode and like wait until I draw one of my more powerful spell trap cards or something to synchro something with. This is 2,800 defense and it's effect. So that's what it's there for. I don't run a lot of fiends. I have Dark Curator. Backup strategy in case my big monsters die. You can always remove them flying stuff. Dark Rule Hadas, or Hades, or however you want to call him. I just got this guy, so I haven't actually been able to try him out. But he looks pretty good on paper, so. Cyrus the Shadow Matriarch. I'm pretty sure that's what he's called. This guy's awesome. He's a fiend, dark, effect, he can remove something from play, he can remove himself, bring him back later if something like turn from a different dimension. Okay, so that's the big monster card. So let's bring on to the regular monster card. Sombre the Dark. Alright, he's mainly deck devastation, virus food, and a beast stick if I need one early in the match. Knife Hunter. Gets cards into the graveyard, and I have a chance to destroy something, which is always helpful. Giant Germ makes the deck smaller, swims the field, and generally gets himself into the graveyard, unless you're facing D2 Warrior Lady. Mystic Tomato. I haven't actually gotten to try more than one yet, but one works out pretty well if I'm running a lot of dark monsters that could be searched out with them that I like to get searched out with them, so I don't end up searching out Mask of Darkness or something. So yeah. Sangan, I got a lot of weak monsters in here, so he fits perfectly. And he's a Dark Fiend, so. Card Trooper gets cards from the graveyard and it can be a speed stick on your turns. Plus you get to draw a card, which is often when he's dead. Necro Gardener. I would have more than one in my deck, but I only got one. Remember, this is a budget deck, so I can't be buying like a lot of cards. One's been working out pretty well. I'm going to try to get more, maybe when I'm in a duel or something. News Spectrum Mole. I traded for this card, and it's awesome. He doesn't fit into the deck at all, but it's just so good, it doesn't matter. Mask of Darkness. They got two of them because I run a lot of traps in here. And he's a Fiend Dark, so which fits perfectly in the deck and he's easy to kill. Night Assailant. The many of your book effects are good, but mainly you're playing him just because you got two Mask of Darkness in your deck. Bring them back when you discard them. Yeah. And I got two tuners. I got my Blackwind Gale, which cuts the monster in half basically. And then I got XX Saber something Sun. Night, or I think that's called. It can negate one attack while it's in the field. That's mainly what you're using it for. It's a warrior, and that's it. Yeah. If it was a fiend, it'd be much better. But alright, now you got reinforcement of the army, and a fiend deck you may be wondering what that's in that for. But actually, I got 4 warriors in here, and generally I get to search out something unless I draw it really late in the game. Scapegoat helps me synchro and stall. Like I said with Dark Necrofear, if I don't have the right cards in my hand, and I can stall something. Lightning Vortex gets rid of your opponent's face-up monsters. That's awesome, and you get to discard something in the graveyard. Emily Controller. I run this over Book of Moon, because I only got really room for one. This guy's a Brain Control effect, which also lets you get something in the graveyard from the field. And it can change position. Brain Control. And monster control, so that's awesome. Physical base for Heavy Storm, destroys your opponent's magic trap card. Deck Devastation cards. This card is awesome. It's You'll notice with a lot of my traps and magic cards, there's a lot of destruction. Making it really hard for your opponent to actually get going. That'll be a stall and stuff. This thing lets you see your hand, your opponent's next to your dog, and basically destroys all their weak monsters. Just seeing their stuff is good enough, but that's how I run too. Ducal Armor negates your opponent's attack and sends it to the graveyard. Or most of the graveyard. I prefer to vent in prison, but again, that thing's $50, so it's a budget deck. 2 bonus trap holes. I do actually have one from the original booster pack that it came out in, but I'm running the not shiny ones because they have the correct wording on them now. Return from a different dimension. There's 4 cards in this deck that'll let you get things removed from play. This thing lets you bring them back for a turn. Hopefully you'll be able to synchro summon into something and those and then back in the graveyard. Return to Tribute. Destroys everything on the field. Call the Haunted. Bring something back. Trap Death Shoot. This gets you to see your opponent's hand basically, and it's an awesome opening move. Late in the game's not that great, but you can always discard it if you don't want to get anything else out of your hand. And here we go. And Solomon's Judgment. Your only negating card in this whole deck, and it's probably the most expensive. It's only $10 compared, and everything else here is like $6 or $2. So yeah, that's the most expensive card in the deck. Now for my extra deck, let's start with Ancient Fairy Dragon. No, the extra deck isn't actually required for this deck, so you can probably just take out the tunes for something else. Probably like Beans. Ancient Fairy Dragon. I haven't actually used this card recently, but I don't know, I only got 3 synchros. But you can swarm the field if you can't attack for stolen using it, and get rid of points field cards. Black Rose Dragon. I've only used this card actually once. It was pretty good when I used it, and it blows up the field basically. It's your dark hole. And this card is like $40 and is not cheap whatsoever. This is not budget. I just happen to have it. That's why it's in the deck. You send cards from your hand to the graveyard to return that many cards on the field to the owner's hand. Basically, if you draw back a Tune or Call a Haunted, the same card and it's stuck on the field, you return to your hand to use it again. Or like stuff like that. And get your opponent's monsters. It's awesome. And yeah, that's like my best monster in the extra deck. So yeah, that's my deck. You can go over it. Yeah, generally you're sending monsters to the graveyard and bring them back with Dark Curator or Return from a Different Dimension. Or using the monsters in your graveyard as fuel to summon Dark Necrosphere and Dark Curator and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's my dark budget deck, Dark Revival. Mainly it's destroying your opponent's monsters before they even get to do anything. So yeah, we're actually posting another video of a 6 Samurai deck. Go watch that. It's being posted right now. And if you have any tips, it would be really helpful for you if you give them to us before Saturday.
So the other video will be in the description, and comments below for tips on this deck. Rate 5 stars because we're really bad filmmakers, and subscribe because we're really bad filmmakers. Alright, so see you later.